Welcome to another episode of Rate or Roast My Rig. I'm your host, Fluff. You guys seem to like the first episode. I'm going to go ahead and do a second one because I was inundated with Rate or Roast My Rig requests. So we're going to do some more. We're going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off or melt away or are replaced by Black Star cabs, and they'll roll and they'll sound and feel just as rough. Let's get to roasting, shall we? Okay, well, right off the bat, I want to say, initially, you see the Mesa, you see the Axe effects, and you go, that's sick. But you have, a $1,700 processor, your power amp is just as much, you have a $1,000 cab, and you have a $99 rack tuner. I don't understand the logic there. And also, is that lotion on your case? Because I think that's lotion on your case. What are you doing when we're not around, pal? I give this 2 beards out of 5. Here we see one of the last working Bugera 333s in existence, along with a tried and true Behringer 412 cab. You probably also like to ask for the manager quite a bit when you're out eating with your family. I give this 1 beard. So this rig tells me you are all about 1990s tones with your Digitech processor and your bread tin that your pedals are in, that you probably made into a pedal board because you probably can't afford anything else, which is fine. But let's talk about that strap, bro. That strap, I'm not even gonna mention the Marshall because I like the Marshall, but the strap looks like a blind person tried to paint it. I give this a half of a beard. Okay, well, where do I even begin? Are you such a versatile player that you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pedals? Are you really playing that much of a range of music? Probably not. Also, your wah pedal, let's talk about that for a second. Why is it not on the board? Why isn't your board big enough to accommodate your wah pedal? And why is this so wide and so shallow? This kind of stresses me out. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I see you like waterproof sandpaper from Ace Hardware. That's cool, I guess. I'm gonna go easy on you. I'm gonna give it 2 beards. File this rig under a little says a lot. I know everything I need to know about you with your Crate G212 XL. You probably are a father. You're probably about my age. You're like almost 40, maybe 45, because you've probably had this amp since high school. The Marshall was probably a Christmas present. You're not really sure how to use it because there's probably something digital on the thing and you're not really sure. So you're gonna go back to your Crate that's missing all of the knobs, and you're comfortable with the Crate, and that's just kind of where home is. So probably 3 beards. I'm gonna give you 3 beards. I see here you are the backline supply for all of the Munchkins in the Wizard of Oz. That's pretty cool because you know what? Little people need little amps too. My guess, if I had to make a guess on your rig, sir, and I'm gonna assume you're a guy because no woman would decorate a shelf like this. These are the amps that you could get away with sneaking in under your jacket past your wife. That's what I'm gonna guess. And they're just small enough so over the course of time when she comes in to tell you dinner's ready, or she comes in and tells you to do the dishes or something like that, she can just glance over to the shelf and go, is that new? And it's just small enough and inconspicuous enough to say, no, I've had those for a while. It's just small, it just looks like it's supposed to be there. That's what I'm gonna guess with your setup. So I'm gonna give it, for effort, I'm gonna give it 2 beards. Okay, first of all, right off the bat, my eyes go towards those monitors. Are those the Les Paul monitors that Gibson tried to sell everybody for like $2,000 or something like that? Sunburst monitors? Get out of here with that stuff. Also, why is your pedal board elevated? Is that like a permanent, did you build a stand for your pedal board? And also the Batman sticker on the guitar, you probably felt obligated because it was probably a gift from someone, or it came in a DVD of a Batman collection that you got for Christmas. So I'm gonna venture that you're probably you're probably married, and you got all this stuff when you were still single back in 2009. And I'm gonna give this setup 2.5 beards. So here you go. This picture, if I were to Google dad, this is what would come up. You have the Explorer, you have the Ibanez, and you have the Jackson. Also, you have the Black Star amp, so points deducted for that. But also, the tape to mark where the microphone goes for the sound guy. Are you gigging so often that you need tape on the grill? Because the amount of dust on that Black Star tells me you're probably not gigging. So I'm gonna give this 2 beards. Okay, so I dig the Paul Reed Smiths. The amp area, you don't know what you want. You have no idea. You're the kind of guy who likes to start a show on Netflix and get halfway through and then you start browsing again. That's what kind of guy you probably are. And the cable management, bro, can we talk about that for just a second? It's terrible and you need to do something. Get your life in order. The cable management is just, it's not happening for me. So with the amount of no-name cabs, I don't know what the red guy in the middle 212 is. I don't know what half of these pedals are right off the top of my head. I'm gonna give this 1.5 beards. Okay, again, with the pedal board management stuff. A cutting board is not a pedal board. Repeat after me. A cutting board is not a pedal board. Do you see that channel around the perimeter of your pedal board? That's for when you cut meat and it bleeds. It's to catch the blood and the juices as opposed to going all over your counter. That's a cutting board. That's not a pedal board. It's just, yeah, I just can't stop focusing on that. And also the 80s Ibanez, the 80s style Ibanez with a 70s strap, that gives me anxiety. I'm gonna give this 1 beard out of 5. Where do I even begin here? That's a cutting board. That looks like it used to be a cutting board. Like it started life as someone got it from a store and was stoked on this cutting board they got. And now you mount Velcro and your pedals to it. Let's talk about the stickers on your guitar. Sharp Tooth, neat, which is supposed to be a comedic parody of the NASA sticker. And the Crate, 120 watts. I don't know what model that is. XT something. The purple strap is kind of cool. I back that. But everything else, I mean, really, you should get out more. There has been huge innovations in amplifier technology since this Crate came out, since that guitar came out. So I'm gonna give you 1 beard out of 5. That does it for this episode of Rate or Roast My Rig. I am your host, Fluff. If you would like me to rate or roast your rig on a future episode, just use the hashtag Rate or Roast My Rig or tag me on Twitter or Instagram. Maybe you'll get on a future episode. You never know. All the big links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.